achieve greatness through surrender. You understand how capable you are of achieving greatness. It's not an issue with understanding that you are. It's more of an issue with understanding that you are worthy. I feel as though you're letting go of the burdens, and that's resulting in this surrender. You're doing. It's almost as if you realize that you can start to kind of drop your vibration to a lower vibration, and you start to sense it instantly, that feeling. It's just not, you're off, and you're getting better at picking it up a lot quicker. So this is resulting in you being able to allow yourself to climb back up on that vibrational scale a lot quicker. And the empathy that comes along with you guys, the Cancer Collective, you're doing really, really well with not only balancing society and all of your community and anyone who is in your inner circle, all of those energies around you. It almost feels as if they're very much relying on you to kind of turn things around, in a sense. So that's a specific message for some. It could be you're heavily relied upon in ways emotionally right now, which you are not, let's say you're not 100% ready to be that shoulder to cry on right now. And that's okay, even as a light worker. So it says you surrender with joy. That points out a lot as well. You surrendering with joy does mean that you're happily allowing yourself to give up the struggle, right? Because you realize it has been a struggle, and you're not going to miss feeling that way one bit. All right. Yeah, you guys have 3 major arcana. I just want to point out how incredibly strong and resilient you are before we even get going. So it says you surrender with joy. That points out a lot as well. You surrendering with joy does mean that you're happily allowing yourself to give up the struggle, right? Because you realize it has been a struggle, and you're not going to miss feeling that way one bit. Really negative realities. So this is your indication that you don't want to let your fire energy take you down. You want your fire energy. I have to read that one again. My smile is the light in the window of my face that shows my heart is at home. I don't know why I felt like that's a tongue twister, because it's really not. I'm going to go ahead and let's get one from this deck. Why not? Spirit, please provide one additional message today for our Pisces Collective. Somebody needs to hear specifically, if you feel as though you need to change your mind, do it. Change your mind. That's okay. You have the right every day to start a new story. That's specific for some. This is really interesting as well, because it's almost as if it's a reminder that you were put here to experience. Think of your environment and being placed here on the planet as your playground. Okay, so think of it, resist, persist, right? So if you were continually focusing on the emotions, if you were continually focusing on the bad energies, this would continue in the sense that you're resisting it. So just allow it to come, surrender the fact that you can't control it. You'll feel the feelings, you'll acknowledge the feelings, you'll be the observer of the feelings, and they'll simply flow through, but they'll also leave your system. They're not going to get stuck. You know, you've fought your battles and I feel like you've suffered enough. But the thing that really needs to come forward here is a message is you're really only given the challenges that you can successfully navigate. That's a really big message here. So when this shows up, when the tower shows up, this is a fast moving energy. It could just really be a paradigm shift in a sense. It really could just be things kind of where you may have seen something in a different light. That's a specific message for some. It almost feels as though something in your life is being taken away. And I'll explain what I mean by that. And it doesn't necessarily, it may be somewhat negative. It really depends, again, on that perception that you have of the situation. So it almost feels as though something really truly is being taken away. It's being taken from your life in the sense that you're opening up a space. For a lot of you, it's probably that heart space and the emotions that really needed to leave your system, and having that empty space, right, once it's all cleared out, so that you welcome in, you have room, you on a positive note, right? The question isn't who is going to let me, the question is who is going to stop me. Beautiful. A little bit of sass, right? That self-confidence factor right here. Loving it for you guys. Last message says, I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. So this is actually quite dark. And I'm so glad this came up to end the read. This is